How's it going, guys? Got a lot planned today. Timestamps will be in the description of the video to help you sort through it, but we got a breeding video to get going, and to get to it. First off, the first thing you want to take into consideration when you start breeding is location and design. I mean, if you want to get into heavy breeding, you got to make sure you have a good place to breed. This is on the Genesis 2 map. I've built this giant, I mean, you don't have to go over this over the top. Oh, I gotta fix that. This whole base is still being worked on, but I'm gonna get this video going at the same time as I finish up building here. Anyway, yeah, you want a good design. You want it to be safe, because I mean, you're gonna have babies out, and you don't want babies to get hurt. So I got walls completely surrounding this place. I got a roof up. There's nothing that can get in here. Plus, I'm gonna come out here and kind of show you where I am. I'm elevated, I'm up, I'm safe. The only threat I have to worry about is like Argents and snow owls, but I am safe up here. I do not have to worry about anything dying. I can go AFK as long as I want, and that is what you want. See, if I was to build one down there, there's a whole bunch of alphas that spawn, and yeah, you can have turrets up, and turrets can help protect you against alphas, but you know, if you're AFK, you could possibly run out of turret bullets, and you do not want that to happen. Besides base location, you want to make sure you have a good base design. So what I got over here is I got these refrigerators up. I can store eggs in here. I can store meat in here, imprinting supplies. You want to have plenty of storage and make sure everything you have stored can stay refrigerated, because basically everything you are going to do breeding is going to need refrigerated. Then over here, I got some S+ storage boxes, but I mean, you can do this with any kind of box. And then I got some taxidermies. This is how I like to separate my fully done tames. So say you got these maewings here. I'm not done with them yet. I'm still in the process of them. But then once you're done, you can put them down in a taxidermy. You can get the taxidermy, and you got the box right next to it. You can also use cryo fridges. You got the boxes, the cryo fridge right next. Have cryo fridges or boxes or whatever have you right there next to them. You just plop the taxidermy down, and that will help you keep your fully mutated tames separate, or whatever kind of breeding projects you want to work on. And then over here, I just got some more storage boxes to keep miscellaneous creatures in. You know, keep everything safe. I misspelled that. I got my phylas right there. You know, once you're working on still getting stats, you can like keep. Like, I don't have good stats on phylas yet, so I got them right there. And other things I don't have good stats on, but I want a breeding pair of them. I want to keep in here until I get the stats I want. And then once I have the stats I want, I can take them out of here and just go through and get them breeding. That just helps keep everything separate, organized. You know, if you're going to go into big breeding, you need to be organized. Because if you are not organized, you are going to get confused, you're going to get lost, and you're not going to have a good time. Besides organization, you also need to keep your tames separate. What I got here is I got 3 little breeding areas I have built. They're separate from each other. You know, you can keep what you're breeding separate. The babies aren't going to get mixed up. And you'll understand why that's important later on in the video. Yeah, I just have these 3 little areas right here to keep everything separate, everything organized. Alright, so moving on from base design, once you get the area built that you want to do your breeding in, you're going to have to get some creatures to help you out here. So first one I got here is a Procoptodon, basically a giant kangaroo. What they can do is, they have that little pouch there, and they can pick up some, not all babies, the bigger stuff, Brontos, Gigas. Don't believe they can do Rexes or UDs or like the medium to small size creatures. I'm pretty sure they can fit in there for a while, but they fit in there, and you can imprint them. You can walk them from the Procoptodon. And the really cool thing about the Procoptodon is it gives you a boosted imprint. I believe it's twice what your normal imprint would be for the time it's in the pouch. So say for instance, you got a Reaper in there. Reaper probably wouldn't fit, but say you got Reaper in there. You get 10% imprint when you normally imprint it. You put the Reaper in the pouch, and then you imprint it with the kangaroo, and that imprint will give you 20% opposed to 10%. Next creature we got here is the Dimetrodon. The really cool thing about these is they're basically a portable AC unit. I will show you how all these creatures work later on in the video. I'm just giving you a quick rundown of them right now. But yeah, he's basically a portable AC unit. You only want to pump melee on these. The more melee they have, the better they hatch the eggs. So say, you know, you got, rock drake. Rock drake eggs are probably the hardest eggs to hatch. They take like 24 AC units, I believe. I think you can do it normally on official rates with 2 of these if you just pump a whole bunch of melee into them. Because that melee will boost the effectiveness of their ability, basically. Then over here you got the maewing. The maewing is a new creature just added with Genesis 2, and that's basically why I'm making this video, is to help you all with all the new things added with Genesis 2. So you got the maewing here. The really cool thing about this, it's a nursing. You can put food in it and it will basically act like a trough for the babies. Because babies don't eat out of troughs until I believe they're 10-14% maturation, when they basically change from a baby to more of an adolescent. But the babies can't eat out of troughs, and with the maewing you can put the food the babies would eat in the maewing, and the maewing will keep the babies fed. It's also got a saddle here. You can't see it yet, but it can pick up babies with that saddle. And I'll show, like I said, I'll show all that off later on in the video. I'm just kind of giving you a quick rundown of the best breeding creatures you want to have here. And these are actually the new R ones as well. This is the first one I've tamed for this video. I actually did tame all this legit, like all the owls and wolves and stuff you're going to see in the video. So I'm going to be using these in my cluster as well. Okay, for this part of the video, we are going to be going over egg hatching. So for this video, I went out and tamed a whole bunch of owls. We are going to use them for our egg. These are the Rockwell owls from the Genesis 2 DLC. We are going to be using them to go over eggs and how they hatch. So basically, I'm going to turn on the Super Spyglass mod here and I kind of show some things off to you guys. I tamed various ones from various different levels here. These are the 3 I tamed with the best stat. This right here is the lowest level owl I tamed. The reason I'm showing this one to you guys is you see he has 74 melee and he's a level 389. This is with max level of 300 on my server. So this guy he was probably like a 240. I just tamed him to kind of show off. But if you look up there in the left hand corner, you can see next to the fist icon, he has 74 points in the melee. This right here is the highest level one I tamed. This was a 300 max level tame. This one only has 76 points in the melee. You see the point difference there? That's almost a 60 point difference in the level of this one and the level of this one. But there's only a 2-point melee difference. Level doesn't mean everything. The wolves I have in my cluster series, the melee I got on them was from the lowest level wolf I tamed. It was probably like a 240 or 250. So, I mean, yes, high levels do have a better chance of having good stats, but you can still get good stats out of, say, unofficial. You could probably get a good stat out of a level 100, and that, you know, you could have a possibility of getting a better stat out of a level 100 than a level 150, because it's just a completely random. You can have a level 150 and 150 points go into oxygen, you know. But these are the 3 best I got here. So what you want to do when you are out taming creatures is you want to tame as many as possible. Like, these are all the owls I tamed here to get these 3 best stats, and I did get some really amazing stats on these. So with max level 300, I got 81 melee damage. This one I got 78 stamina, and this one I got 83 health on. So those are the 3 best stats out of all these. Now, I have extremely boosted weight, like basically infinite, so I'm not worrying about weight. But weight is something you would want to breed for normally, if you're doing more official breeding. Alrighty guys, so after you get everything tamed and you get all the stats you want, here's how you want to have your breeder set up. I got 1 male here in the center, and then 2 females outside of him. Normally, I find if you make them in a box shape, you got 2 females, and then you could have another female here, 1 here, and then 3 more on the back here. Basically, as long as they're all really close to the male and touching, the male can normally breed with all of them, with only having 1 male. So then what you do is you come up to your male, behavior, enable mating. And then you come up to your female, behavior, enable mating. And then your other female, behavior, enable mating. Now how you know for sure they're mating is you can see right there above the trough icon there's hearts flashing. That means they are mating. Currently mating with stam. Currently mating with stam. Then basically that mating timer runs out and they'll pop down an egg. Alright guys, with a lot of creatures, their tails can be very buggy sometimes to try and collect the eggs from out from under them. So what I got here is I just got a little box built. You know, I've just built a little box here, put a little extra ceiling off to the side so there's a little more room there. And then I flew my owls up there and I just parked them right on the very edge of the box. They are currently mating, and then what's going to happen when they mate is that egg is just going to fall right down here. I don't have to worry about their tails or anything, and I can keep great track of like how many eggs they're dropping. They're just not in the way, they're not causing an inconvenience. This is how the design I like to use because it looks better in my opinion. You can also put ramps coming down from the top, and then you can just walk the dinos up there and the eggs will fall through down the ramp. You would want to leave these sides open because sometimes the eggs will glitch through the ramps and they'll just fall down anyway. That's kind of why I don't like using that design, and also the ramps kind of take up more room and make it look a little more clunky, I think. This owl's going to be done mating here in just a second. You can see what happens. They do a little animation and make a noise, and then the eggs drop down here. Basically, that's how well that works. You can just walk right here, pick up the eggs, no problem. You ain't got to worry about their tails, you ain't got to worry about crouching, it works out great. Next thing I want to go over is egg hatching. So, what I have here is a couple different designs. Alright guys, so unfortunately with snow owl eggs, I can't really show off what I'm going to try and show you here. Basically, I have 3 different setups here of how you can incubate eggs without AC units or any more advanced equipment. First we got the standing torch method here. Basically you have your standing torches in a little box. This is a 10 by 5. You plop your egg down like so. And then once your eggs plop down, you just look at it. It'll say incubating. And if it doesn't say incubating, it'll either say too hot or too cold. See, currently it's too hot. Even if I turn all these standing torches off, it's still going to be too hot. That's just how snow owl eggs are. But for normal eggs, there's a lot of eggs you can hatch with these methods. But yeah, here's a standing torch one. And that's basically how you do. You just turn on and off the torches until you need them. And here is a campfire method. Basically same principle. You light the campfires, you throw the egg down. If it's too hot, you turn off a couple campfires. If it's not, then you let it go. And the last method I got here is with fireplaces. Basically, you just light the fireplaces. The same principle as the other ones. I prefer using the torch method out of all these. It's the cheapest, it's the easiest, and if you're like me and you're playing modded and you have S+, you don't even have to worry about putting wood in them. With S+, the S+ standing torches run without wood, so I mean you can have these running indefinitely. I really like that feature, it's an amazing. I don't necessarily like it for this, but more of like you can put standing torches around your base and never have to worry about them, but that's for another video. Alrighty guys, another method here for hatching eggs is with the AC units. So basically what you do is you put them down. These are S+ AC units. Regular ones don't snap together like these do, but I mean it's the same principle. You just kind of put them down. The cool thing with regular AC units is you can make a little box, and the AC units will actually glitch inside of each other, so you can have like a little 3x3 box and have, you know, 20-25 AC units. It's really cool. It's a really nice feature. And then you plop down your egg. You gotta make sure it has power. Plop down your egg, and bam, egg incubation, 96.3%. And then you just let it go and it'll hatch when it's all the way down. This right here is the Dimetrodon, like I said earlier. We plop down the egg next to him. Take my backspace off again. And as you can see, it's incubating the egg down. You go into his inventory, and if you pump a whole bunch of melee, he basically acts like multiple AC units. I don't believe he actually, it doesn't look like it speeds up the time that the eggs drop at all, but you can use them doing that basically allows you to hatch much larger eggs. Alrighty guys, there's one more method for hatching eggs. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to replicate it for this video, but I have seen it done, so I can confirm that it works. In some rivers, if you go early morning, late at night, when it's real cold out, you plop your egg down in one of them real cold rivers, there is a chance that the river will actually incubate the egg if it's still staying too hot, like just on land and stuff. I've seen it done with argents. I haven't seen it done with snow owls, so I can't confirm that it works for snow owls, but I do know it will work for some creatures. And then after that, we're going to move on to the latest way to hatch your eggs, the egg incubator added with Genesis 2. These things are so cool. So basically what I've been doing is I've had these owls breeding up in the background. I've been collecting up their eggs and just throwing them in the egg incubator. Sadly, you can only have 3 to an area. Kind of show you real quick. I got those 3 there. Then you run over here. I'm going to bring you along just so you can see. That was as close as I could get them. And I mean, they might have went like down here or something, but that was as close as I could get them, like, and put them in a reasonable area. But yeah, sadly, there's quite a distance. I really don't like that. I don't know. I really wish ARK didn't do that, but it is what it is. So what I've been doing is I had these owls breeding up in the background here, and I've been putting the melee and stam ones over here and the stam and health eggs over here. So that's actually a really cool feature. I don't know if they've added this recently or how I'm getting this, but if you look at parents, it actually says health and stam. I don't always remember that being on the eggs. Maybe I'm wrong. That's a good way to keep your eggs separate. So since I have since my male is a stam and I have a health and melee female, you want to keep the health and stam eggs separate from the health and melee. And the reason I do that is because I'm going to have to do one more breeding process before I get the perfect pair out of these 3. So over here is the egg incubator. I'm going to go into it real quick and show you. You just pop your eggs in here. You can see how they're all incubated up. And then there's a hatch egg option and there's a crack egg option. The crack egg option will destroy the egg you have selected, so do not click that unless you want to destroy whatever you have selected. Hatch egg will actually hatch whatever egg you have, which is really awesome because you don't even have to take and pop them down over at the AC nuts or anything. Just pick them up, throw them in here, and leave them be until you're ready. These eggs I have in this one are from the health and stam, which are these 2. So what I am looking for, I'm going to pop this up again. I have 83 health from the female, and I have a 78 stamina from the male. So the only 2 stats I care about is the 83 health and the 78 stamina. Now we come over here and we look at these eggs. I'm going to take you from the top left corner over here. See, we have the 83 health, but we have a low stamina. We have the health again, but another bad stamina. This one right here has the 83 health and the 78 stamina, which is amazing. So that egg right there is what we need. But we'll go through the rest of the eggs. See, there's another one right there. That one has a really bad health. This one has another bad health. Again, here we have the 2 stats. Another one here. So out of these 10 eggs, we got 4 eggs with all the good stats. Now, using these egg incubators, this is amazing. You always want to make sure that these have 0 mutations. You do not want mutations until you get a perfect pair. Any mutations you get until you get a perfect pair, you throw away, because that will make breeding such a headache. You will lose track of your mutations. It will get confusing. You'll not want to finish it. So just make sure you do not include mutations until you get your perfect pair. So slot 8, slot 9, slot 4, and slot 3. So we got slot 8, hatch, slot 9, hatch, slot 4, hatch, and slot 3, hatch. Now look at these. I'm going to double check they got all the stats I want. Sweet. I'm going to get these you can use cryopods. I'm using the dino storage mod here for convenience. And now I'm going to crack the rest of these eggs because I do not need them. So the cool thing about these that I like, and I wish the dino storage mod would incorporate is this doesn't give you levels. The dino storage mod will actually, I don't want to do that one yet. The dino storage mod will actually give you levels whenever you kill the babies that you don't want. And I really don't like that because it just makes leveling up super easy. I mean, you know, low level, you can go knock out a low level male and female Spino, get some eggs, then bam, you'll be max level in no time just from killing those babies. You're not even killing them, you're just literally clicking and destroying all the ones in the machine. Anyway, over here we got the melee and stam. So once again, we want to make sure we get that 78 stamina, and over here we want to get the 81 melee. So once again, we're going to go look, and we're going to check all of them. You see right there, we got our first one. We got another one there. We got one there. This one right here actually got a stamina mutation. So it did get the good stamina stat, but it did not get the good melee. So I would not use this for a stamina stat mutation. But you can see kind of in the middle of the screen there the numbers. And they have colors over them. That tells you what color that is. And we can see by looking at the other eggs where the color mutation came from. The far right 70 is not on any of these other eggs. That tells me that color is a mutation. So that is a pink color mutation. And I want to keep that one, possibly, and breed it in with another. You don't want to breed it for the stat, but you can breed it for the color once you get the final stat mutation. So we want to hatch slots 1 through 5 and slot 9. So, what is a mutation? Why do I want to breed for mutations? A mutation basically is what it sounds like. It's a mutated baby from a parent. Whenever you get a mutation, you will always get a color mutation and a stat mutation. So as you can see, there are 6 different color regions and 6 different stat regions. Anytime you get a mutated baby, you have a random chance of getting a mutation in one of the color slots and one of the stat slots. With the color slots, not all creatures have 6 color regions. The dire bear, for instance, only has 2. But with the dire bear, you have those 2 color regions that you can get a color mutation on, but it's still a 1 in 6 chance of it landing on one of those 2 regions. If the color mutation lands in a region that the dinosaur does not have a color region, the dinosaur will not get that color mutation. So say the dire bear only has the first 2, if this was a dire bear, it only has the first 2 slots there, the 40 and 50. This mutation landed in the very last slot, the 70. Nothing would have shown on that dire bear. The dire bear would have looked just like the parents. That's a very unfortunate side effect of breeding for colors. It makes it take so much longer. Now with stat mutations, you also have a 1 in 6 chance of the stat mutation landing into one of the stats. Say for instance, this owl got a stat mutation in stamina. We see it has 80 points in stamina. Our stamina here is 78 points. That is the highest stamina from the male. That is how we know that is a stamina mutation. Without the ability to just look at the stat points, you can check the stamina here. I got 3,150 points in this. Yeah, my stamina is 3,150 on this baby. My highest stamina in the parents is 3,080. So that is a 70-point increase in the stamina. So any stamina mutation you get with the owls will always add those 70 points. But other stats and other creatures can add different varying numbers of points. It's based off a lot of factors, and I'm not going to go into the math because I frankly don't completely understand it. That is the basics of mutations. If you want to check out how mutations fully work, like what a fully mutated 2020 mutation does, that's 20 mutations into the melee and 20 mutations into the health, which adds up to an extra 40 total stat points. say I got a 20 mutation stack into the health on this creature. It would take the health points from 69 up to 109 with a full 20 health mutations. The reason 20 is normally the number you want to shoot for when breeding for mutations. Normally you have a 7% chance of getting a mutation. After 20 mutations, let me show you here. After you get 20 mutations on either the maternal side or the paternal side, the chance of getting a mutation is cut in half. So that 7% is taken to 3.5%. That's once either the maternal or paternal side random mutations reach 20 out of 20. If the maternal and the paternal reach 20 out of 20, it will be impossible to get any more mutations on that creature. I am going to show you how to stack mutations to where you can go over 40 mutations. But that will come later on in the video. One more thing about the stat mutations is if you get a stat mutation in the speed, it will show you got a mutation, but the speed stat will not change. I don't believe there is a single creature in the game that the speed stat will change if you get a mutation on. Which is sad. That'd be really cool to like breed snow owls for speed mutations. You can kind of see the color region here on this owl. The purple on its face there, none of these other owls have, and that's how you know that's a mutation there. That actually looks really cool. I might definitely keep that and breed it into an owl later on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this owl set off to the side and kind of show you how I'm doing that here. So, like I said, I have two separate storage units here next to each one of these taxidermies. You can also use cryo fridges for this, or boxes, or whatever you want to use. These top boxes here, I'm going to keep the color mutations I do not want to breed in yet. So any mutation I get that I want to keep but not breed into my main line, I'm going to keep over here in this box. Alright, so here I got the babies from those three. I got a male with 81 melee and the 78 stamina. And then these females here have the health I need, 83. So I breed the male with the two with these females that both have the health. Melee and stamina, health. Breed them together and you'll look for babies that have all three. Alright, so with the maewing here, we're going to go over the maewing's abilities. We have these babies here. Basically, we walk up to them, pick them up with C, and he picks them up and he puts them in little baskets. It's really cool. You can imprint them from him. You can even use him to take them on walks. So I could fly around my little building here and take creatures on walks just like this. Completely safe, don't have to worry about them glitching into anything. Big creatures like Brontos you can even put in. Sadly, you can't put Gigas in these, I've heard. I have yet to test that out for myself, so I cannot completely confirm. Yeah, they just put it in these little baskets here. If you go into the maewing's inventory, let's get some food. Yeah, basically, you got some food here, you just throw it in the maewing's inventory, and you can see the babies are eating it all up. Alrighty, so as you guys can see here, these things are very tricky. I wish they'd fix it. This just isn't. That's the most disappointing part about the maewing, is how hard it is to look into these baskets. Like, it should not be this difficult. You know, on official rates, you don't have much time to do imprints, so if you're trying to look into these baskets, you also want to make sure you stay on top of the food in the maewing, because as you can see, it's already out. It's not been much time at all. Alrighty guys, so this is just a quick little thing I've built here to kind of help fix the issue with these maewings. He walked in there a second ago, but yeah, you basically just walk them in here, and it gives you a better view of the baskets there. So yeah, that can kind of help. Okay, this owl wants to go on a walk, so I can show this off real quick. As you can see, the owl wants to go on a walk, and it doesn't seem to be, but I know people have done it before, so that's... Oh yeah, you can see that owl right there just reached full maturity, so he went ahead and popped out. I've seen it done before, so that must just be one of the other glitchy issues with the maewings. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you kind of just walk them in here, and you can walk around, you can have a good view of all the baskets. I'm going to improve on this design, and I will release a video of a more of a basically a better design than this. One that's looks better and works better. But if you want to see that video, make sure you subscribe. That way you can get a notification whenever I release that video of a better maewing holding pen. Alrighty guys, here I got the 3 snow owls we just raised up. The male with the melee and stamina, and then these females with the health. So once again, you just go through, enable mating. Enable mating. Enable mating. Yep, we're breeding a brother with his 2 sisters. That's ARK for you. Incest is a... Okay, I'm going to let these guys breed up. Basically, once you have them breeding, you just go AFK for a little while. You go AFK, you come back and collect up the eggs. You put them in your egg incubator, or you put them next to your AC units. I'm going to pick these AC units up because I actually don't want them to hatch the egg. So, cool thing I just found out about these egg incubators, you can actually just hit transfer all. Put all your fertilized eggs over there. I didn't think about that. So yeah, I got you back here. We're 21 eggs in. The first 10 eggs, we actually got 3 babies that were perfect. 83, 78, 81, 83, 78, 81, 83, 78, and 81. So we are going to hatch those up. Let me check the spots real quick. Slot 2, slot 3. Go away, Helena. Slot 10. 2, 3, and 10. So we got 2 male 471s and a female 451. Claim them up here. Once you claim them, they'll be on follow. So I'm going to get them over here. Sadly, we didn't get a female yet. Because you want the female, even though they all have the same good stats, you want the male and female to be the same level. I think the issue is here is the female got less points in the stamina and food than the males do, or oxygen and food than the males do. Normally that's not a big deal. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to point out that with official rates, some official and non-official servers, if you have a dino that goes over level 450, it will be wiped. ARK has a program in, it'll destroy the dino because it shouldn't be that powerful. So if you go crazy on mutations, say some dinosaurs get between 71 and I believe 88 points that they can add. So you do not want your final product to be over level 350 basically. You can go a little over 350, but you do not want it to go much over that. Because then once you get all your points in, if you go over 450, you run the risk of your dinosaur being destroyed. Unofficial. Obviously, I don't have that problem here. A way to avoid that is you get all your main stats together and you go out and you tame a level 6. I believe it would be unofficial. You tame your level 6 and it'll have the very lowest possible melee and stamina. Or have the very lowest possible oxygen and food, and then you breed that oxygen and food into your main line to drop the level. Because you notice here how all of these babies have all the main stats we need, but the female's 20 levels lower, and that's because of the oxygen and food stats. Those are the only 2 stats that are different. So if you want to lower your dino's level, that's how you do it. We could go with this 451, but I like big numbers, so I want to go 470. So now we're going to look at the rest of our eggs, and right here is a female level 471. She's got all the stats. So we're going to hatch this one up here. It's in slot 2. Go into the incubator, slot 2, hatch egg. Double check all the stats, and now we know we're good. So I'm going to get all these taken care of, and we'll get everything sorted here, and then I'm going to show you guys the next step in the process. Alright guys, we got a male and female here, both same level and same stats. So this is what is called a perfect pair. Preferably you would have all the colors the same as well, but it's not necessary. You just got to kind of remember what colors you have so you don't get lost when you get color mutation. Same stats, same level, that is what you need. That is perfect pair right there. We're going to name them so we do not lose them, basically. Perfect M. perfect F. Accept. There we go. We got, now we go through, we enable mating on both of these. And now what we are looking for at this point is we are looking for females. We need a bunch of females because that will make the breeding process go that much faster. Also, one thing you want to make sure of at this point, you go in, access inventory, show ancestors, random mutations maternal 0, paternal random mutations 0. Same thing over here. Show ancestors 0, 0. You want your breeding pair to have 0 mutations. The female should never have a mutation. You never breed female mutations. Only male. It makes everything so much easier. If you get a female mutation, you can breed it with a unmutated male. I don't like doing that personally. It just adds more to it. I'd rather just wait and get a mutated male. But you can do it that way. I just don't like doing it that way myself. Got these guys breeding. And now we just wait. More waiting. Alrighty guys. So as you can see here, we've got a whole bunch of eggs. We got going in these egg incubators. Something I forgot to show off, temperature control. You can change these, decrease and increase the temperature to get the little, there we go, to get that bar perfect. With that bar perfect, it incubates the eggs 20% faster, which for me isn't that big of a deal, which is why I forgot to show it off. But for more unofficial, you know, that's something really important because I'll make it go a lot faster. But yeah, I got these filled up here. I've got my perfect M, my perfect F, and then I've got a whole bunch of babies, females over here I got growing up. I'm going through all my eggs I got so far looking for more females because I need as many females as possible. These 3 here I've gotten so far actually have mutations on them. I have 1 melee mutation, 1 health mutation, and 1 stamina mutation. So that's awesome. That's what you want, and they're all males. You want your mutations to be on the males. So let me go in here, access inventory, show ancestors, 1 mutation. You want to make sure you keep track of your mutations. You always want to check on every baby you hatch that you plan to use in the breeding process. Verify the mutations are correct. Because if you don't, you're going to end up screwing up somewhere and it's really going to mess you up down the line. You're going to be almost done, you're going to go look at your ancestry and you're going to have like 100 mutations when you in reality only have like 15. I'm going to get a whole bunch more females hatched up and raised up here, and I'm going to show you all a couple different designs on how to mass ways to have these mass breeding. As you can see, I got my babies grown up here. Get the male breeding with the females, but as you can tell by the hearts, these females here in the back are not breeding. So what you can do, you can walk up behind her and just give her a little nudge. A little nudgy nudge. There you go. See? And now she's happy. Same with this one. A little nudge. And they're happy. So that kind of tells you about how far back you can go. They basically have to be touching the male in order to breed with the male. Something I kind of don't like, but at the same time, I guess it has its place in the game. So I got more eggs here. We're going to go through and look for a couple more females. Looks like we got 2 females up there. Another female down here. You want as many females as you can possibly have, especially since I have these 3 mutations here. I'm going to need a full set of females for each one of these. So at this point you're probably wondering to yourself, well, what do I do with all these extra babies I have? Well, I mean, you can keep them. I don't know why you would, but I know some people like to keep them. You can tribute them to your local alpha creatures. There we go. Some of them you can drown, but unfortunately snow owls, since they're a flyer, cannot go in the water. Hey Elena. You can poke it with a stick, or you can shoot in its face. Also, on PvP, you can use your dinosaurs to kill it, but since this is not a PvP server, I can't use my dinosaurs to kill it. But that is a good way to level up your dinosaurs. Just have them kill baby. Baby Spinos are great for that. When I said you want a lot of females, I mean you want a lot of females. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm going to emphasize this again. Access inventory, show ancestors 00. On your base of females, you need to make sure they are 00. Every single one of them. It's time consuming, I understand, but you know, it's what you gotta do. Or you'll end up messing up somewhere down the line, and you will regret it. So from this point on in the video, I am going to be breeding using mods, because this is about to get very, very time consuming. I want to show off how to breed with mods, but I also want to make this video in a timely manner. So if you don't want to use mods, you just take what I've shown you from here, and you keep doing it. You take the 1 melee mutation male with a bunch of females. You take the 1 stamina mutation male with a bunch of females. Little lag there. You take the 1 health mutation male with a bunch of females. Breed them together till you get a 2 melee mutation male, or a 2 health mutation male, or a 2 stamina mutation male. Then you take that male and you breed it with a base female until you get a 3 mutation male, and then you breed it with a base female. Then you get a 4 mutation male and you breed it with a base female. And you breed all of those together until you get the number of mutations you want on each stat. Like I said, 20 is basically the perfect number to shoot for. You can go more, you can go less, it's whatever you want. But once you get to 20, then you just get a 20 mutation male, breed it with a 20 mutation female. You get those together, and then you take those and you breed those with, so you got, say you breed the 20 mutation health and the 20 mutation stamina. Male and female, breed them together, so you get a 40 mutation baby. A baby that has 20 of those and 20 of those. And then you take that and you breed it with a baby that has 20 health. So then you would have 20 health, 20 stamina, and 20 melee on the 1 baby. Yeah, your ancestry will get a little messed up at that point, but at that point you're done with the breeding process, so it doesn't matter what your ancestry really looks like. You know what you have, and you don't need to be worried about it anymore, because you're not adding to that number. And that is also the point that you would breed in the colors you want. Like I said, there will be a timestamp at the bottom of the video, and I will show how to do color breeding. I'm going to do those with our direwolves. You got our direwolves breeding up in the background. I'll show y'all how to breed natural births as well. That will also be later on in the video. There will be timestamps, so if you want to watch those and don't care about the mods, just click on forward. Alright, so another cool thing with mods, see I have all these babies in here, and I got all these in here. I'm going to put all my owls over into this soul terminal. This is with the Dino Storage mod volume 2. If you want to do mass breeding, this mod is life-saving. This mod is why I can do this in a timely manner, that is. I mean, you can do breeding, but if you're doing breeding on official rates to get a 20 mutation stack on these owls, it'll probably take you at least over a year. That's doing it every day. That's a lot of work, a lot of time. This way I can probably do this in about a week, give or take. So I got all these in here, no longer using them. Just come over here, destroy. Oh yeah, it won't destroy these because these have saddles on them. So it won't destroy anything that has a saddle on it. That way you can't accidentally put your Giga in there and destroy your Giga with 1,000 damage saddle. So what I'm going to do is, at this point in the video, we have the 3 original owls we tamed. I want to get my perfect M and my perfect F. I want to keep these. I want to keep these to the side. I want to keep them safe. I don't want anything bad to happen to these. And I'm going to do that same with every mutation I get. You know, every mutation I get down along the line. That way if I mess up somewhere and I have to redo this for whatever reason, I'm redoing it properly. You know, I have every step of the line. I don't have to really worry. I can just go right back to where I was before I messed up. That, you know, that's life-saving, because if you mess up down the line, you're screwed. You know, if you get to 19 mutations and you realize you messed up somewhere and you have no idea where you messed up, well, you're out of luck there. This is also the soul gun I'm using. Like I said, this is a soul gun I'm using here from the Dino Storage mod. It makes picking up the dinos pretty easy. You can just pick them up and move them around however you'd like. So these soul terminals, they'll snap together, so you can have 3, 4, 5, however many you want in the area. They hold up to 300. I find that whenever I was breeding my direwolves, I would produce about 300 babies roughly every 30 minutes. So I'm going to put 3 down. That way when I go AFK, I don't have to worry about losing any, I don't have to worry about overspawns at all. Because with these little things here, they're about 7. So I go in here, newborn auto trap. You want to go to enable, invisible. My area is 7 on the range meter. So I'm going to do that to all 3 of these. So I'm going to do that to all 3 of these. What that does is basically shows out the bubble of where my creatures can be and still be affected by this. Okay, so one of the really cool things about the Dino Storage mod is it'll actually sort them by level. So as you can see here, I have the 471 owls in here, the males. But then after this one, it goes to 473. So I can easily find the mutations. I'm going to get those 3 mutations there out. I'm going to check these, see what kind of colors they have. Because even though they might have the stats I want, I already got the stats I want for this cycle. I'm not seeing any really cool colors that stand out. Oh, that 67 there is a mutation. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to look at that real quick. I'm not going to make y'all sit through every color or mutation I get, but I just kind of... See, it's got that kind of little pink underbody there. Oh, that looks really cool. I actually really like that owl. So, it doesn't have a mutation I want, but it has a color I might want. So I'm going to take that color, and I'm going to put it over here with the rest of the owls I'm storing. Alright, so this is the configuration I like to use for breeding here. Makes the male easily accessible. I mean, yeah, you could fit another female here, but I just find the ease of access to the male more important. So we got the 1 stamina mutation male here. We got him surrounded by females. Kind of show you all off there so you can see what it looks like. Now what I have here is the S+ air conditioners. They have great range, they have great effectiveness, they are much better than the regular ones. I got my 3 dino soul terminals. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to go into newborn auto trap. It's enabled. I'm going to turn off the bubbles, but I am going to turn on mating. I no longer need to know how big the bubble is. Owls are all breeding up here. They're going to lay their eggs. The eggs are not going to get picked up by these. You can make it to where it picks up the eggs. You just go into automation, fertilized egg collection, and fertilized egg incubation. All the fertilized eggs I drop on the ground, this will pick up, it'll incubate them, and then you can just drop them out in front of the AC whenever you want. It won't take no time at all. But I'm just going to have these air conditioners down. I'm going to go ahead and let them hatch, and then I'm going to have this pick them up. So I can just look at it real quick and then grab what I want out. Hey Elena, I'm going to grab what I want out and then kill the rest. So this is the part that's going to be time consuming because all these are going to be breeding up, and normally I find it takes about 300, probably roughly a full one of these. I'm going to get these eggs out of here. It takes roughly about a full dino soul terminal to get a mutation. If you're going, takes roughly a soul terminal full if you're going for a mutation. You know, I'm going to let them breed up. I'm going to get the other 2 groups set up, and I'm going to bring you guys back when I get another mutation. I'll kind of show you the process from there. Alrighty guys, just kind of want to show you off how I got everything going here. I got stamina owls here, melee owls here, I got health owls right here. You come over here. I've already had them breeding up. I've been AFK for quite a while. So I'll kind of show you what I got. I got 300 owls in here, 169 in here, and 12 in here. Well, 11, 168, and 299. Minus 1 out of each. So as you can see in here, I got all the owls. I've been breeding up a whole bunch of males here and some females. So I'm going to kind of show you what I do here. So I got the 1 stamina mutation male out here, level 473, and he has 82 points in the stamina. So I am looking for a 475 owl with 82 points in the stamina. Now you can do this without these. It's perfectly doable. It's making it easier to do on the video, basically. So I'm going to look through all these 4... See, there's only 1 475 male here. So all of these males, none of them had a mutation. Not a single one. There's the females here. Like I said, you can breed the female with the male. I don't like doing that. I think it just takes more time. Females are basically only really good for color mutations, and it looks like I got a few good ones here. So I'm happy about that. Come over here. Got a 475. Now we're looking for the 82 stamina again. As you can see right here, we got a 475 owl with 82 stamina. Now we're going to come in, access inventory, show ancestors, 1 and 1. That means it has 2 mutations. Those 2 mutations are the 2 stamina mutations. I'm not really worried about color right now. I think the 82 is a color mutation on that one. Seems to be a pretty popular color mutation. I've seen a lot of them. I'm going to bring y'all over here. So over here, we get this 475 owl, or 473 owl with 1 melee mutation. So we're looking for a 475 with 85 points in the melee. Come over here. 475. We look at melee. We just go through and we check them all again. Yeah, see, we only have 2 mutated males here. Then we come down to the females, and like I said, these are really only good. Ooh. 57. I think 57 might be actual black. That's cool. I've already checked. I know we have a mutation. I just don't remember which one it's in. Yeah. 475 with 85 points in the melee. We're going to throw this sucker out and come in, access inventory, show ancestors, 1 and 1. That means it has 2 mutations, and both of those are in the melee. Now we're going to come over here, past my little makeshift maewing, and we're going to check these. We got 473, 85 points in the health, so we're looking for 475 with 87 points in the health. I believe it is actually... not in that one. It's in this one. Yep, 475, 87 points in the health. Now, just like the other 2, we come over here, we chuck it out, access inventory, show ancestors, and we got 2. Both of those are in the health. So we go through, we name these, we let them grow up, and then we just replace them with the male. So, at this point in the breeding process, you probably have a lot of eggs, whether you're doing this modded or unmodded. Well, you probably want to know, how can I store my eggs? First off, you got these fridges over here. Keep in mind these are the S Plus fridges. I think regular ones don't even have 100 slots. So, I mean, these can hold 100 eggs. There's quite a lot of them. But, you come over here, and you got these Tech Trough. They can also hold eggs, and they have 300 slots. Yeah, they're probably a little more expensive than the fridges. But those are the 2 best ways to store eggs. You can also store them in a, you can also store eggs in a preserving bin. You just throw a little bit of spark powder in there, throw your egg in there, and it'll store and preserve, or keep it fresh. It won't keep it as fresh as long as the fridge or the Tech Trough will, but it'll still keep it in there better than your inventory. So, I got all my males placed in here. This is the baby 2 health. Another cool feature of the Dino Storage mod. So, the 475 is the level for the mutation. So, I got all the level 475s here, and I can just transfer them into my inventory. This way I can keep all the color mutations. I only had 1 mutation in this entire thing. Oh, I guess it isn't that full. But yeah, this way you can keep all the color mutations apart. Keep them all, and then when you got the final product, you can look through all your colors and see what colors you want to breed into your final product. You can sort through the colors now, just for simplicity of this video, I'm not going to. Alrighty, so I have all the color mutations I want, and I have the 1 melee, the 1 stam, and the 1 health owl. So basically all I'm doing here is I'm taking these owls, I'm going to put them over here into the store. That way this is every owl that I have had any, that I'm going to take these, and I'm going to put them down in here. So this way I can keep the colors separate from everything else. So these are just the color mutations I have right now. And then up here, this is every owl that's taken part in the process of getting to this point, along with some extra females. It's just kind of organization, you know, keeping all the owls, keeping all your dinos organized so you know what you're looking at, and that's not a worry you have to have. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm going around and I'm clearing out these soul terminals. Keep them cleared out, that way you're not having a bunch of dinos that you've already sorted through in your terminal. While you're doing this, you also want to double check and make sure you have the correct owl outbreeding so you don't accidentally kill the owl that you have breeding with the mutations, because you don't want to lose those mutations. Alright, so you got all your second stack of mutations, males with the females. Now it's just time to go AFK again. Something I'm going to show off here for you guys real quick. I have this chair here. It's from a mod called Chair of the Impatient. I am very impatient. Just kind of sit down on it here, and as you can see, everything's kind of moving real fast. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but it's kind of deafening all the owls. This chair, I believe I have it set I code to go 20 times game speed. This is single player. It works best for single player, but it is possible to use it on servers. I'm not familiar with how it works on servers. I know it's complicated and it's buggy, and if you're in single player and you're impatient like I am, this chair right here is godsend. Alright guys, one last mod I want to show out to help with the breeding process that I'm aware of. Now there could be more mods out there that help the breeding process. I just don't know of them. This here is called, this is from the Structures Plus mod. It's the S Plus Mutator. Now I don't really ever use this because even I kind of think it's too cheaty. But to kind of help speed along this video so I can get it out quickly, I'm going to use it here and I'm going to kind of show it off to you. So right here, you come into it, kind of read right here, sends out a pulse of radiation that causes nearby dinos to lay mutated eggs or give birth to mutated offspring. Multiple stacks increase stat gain per mutation. Go over here, you hit create mutation pulse. Now we're going to go through and we're going to turn all the owls onto mating. Options, newborn auto trap, mating on. Now if this works correctly, all of these owls should lay an egg with a mutation. So something I've noticed, the radiator has a very, very short range. These owls up here are the only ones that are getting the buff that says they get. Because I'm not getting them on the stamina owls and I'm not getting them on the health owls. So I'm not sure. I guess the pulse goes out really far. Like it incorporates the whole building. But yeah, you guys will see those later in the video. Yeah, but it's not giving anything that buff but the owls for the melee. So I guess this will be a good test to see how well it actually does. We'll be able to compare the numbers in here to the numbers in these. But yeah, not sure what the 1 out of 2 mean. Alrighty guys, I got you back here. We got a female snow owl right here. It's got the stamina mutation we need. I'm going to show off another cool little trick here with this S Plus Mutator. Go into change mode, swaps the gender of nearby dinos. So you can create pulse. Whenever that pulse hits, this female should swap right over to a male. Yep. And now we got a male snow owl. I'm going to show y'all why I did that in just a second here. Got you back over here. This is the area I had the stamina breeding in. So we were looking for 477 with 84 points in the stamina. I got 290 babies in here. Out of this batch, not a single one has the stamina mutation that we needed. We got 295 in here. Again, not a single one has the stamina mutation we needed. Got 147 in here. Again, not a single one has a stamina mutation that we needed. So, that's why I did that. Because that's almost 1,000 babies we've gone through without getting the stamina mutation. I need to get this video finished and up on the... There. So we're going to get this baby out here. And again, we're going to go in, access inventory, show ancestors, 3 mutations. Change name to 3S for 3 stamina mutations. That one got some really cool colors on it too. So now we're going to come up here. Here we got our 2 melee mutation owl. So we are looking for a 477 with 87 melee. So as you can see here, I'm going to go back up here and search 477. Now I know we have one because I've already checked. Surprisingly, this is the one I use S Plus Mutator on. This one didn't get the mutation first. That one over there did. I figured, you know, using the mutator I'd get the mutation a lot faster, but that's not how it happened. Yeah, right here, 87 melee damage. So again, we come in here, access inventory, show ancestors. We got 3 mutations. Options, change name, 3M. Now we're over here with the 2 health mutation, so we're looking for a level 477 with 89 health. We're going to look through these real quick. No 477s in there. None in... Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's only 15 babies in here, and there's 287 in here. So this one got done a lot quicker. There we go, 89 health. Yeah, so I only had 3 mutated males, I think. How many mutated males? Had 1... Yeah, I only had 3 mutated males altogether. And I got the health mutation, one of those 3. Ooh, that's a red. That looks really cool. But yeah, so once again, one last time I'll show this off on cam, because I really want to drive in the importance of checking those and making sure the mutations are correct. I really want to drive that home. That's really helpful if you forget to do that. Alright, I'm going to get these babies raised up. This will be the last cut I take for the mutations until I'm ready to show off how to breed them together. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the importance of not going away for super long times with super boosted breeding. This is going to be fun to clean up, but it's also a good way to kind of show off. If you're using mods, pretty easy. You know, the cell gun just takes care of them in the nick. But I believe even if they're unclaimed, you can still... No. So if it's in PvE, you have to first claim them and then just poke them with a stick. So yeah. Poke them with a stick, shoot them with a gun, do whatever. But yeah, I'm going to just pick them up with a cell gun. I am so tired of staring at owl butts. But I finally got this last health mutation took forever. I was about to give up. But yeah, we went through 286 there, or 107 there, 267 there to get the last stack of 5 mutation. Kind of show off what I got going on here. Alright, first thing I want to show off here to you guys. This one I got is what's called a double mutation. So the last one we had was 479, which means we were looking for 481 as our level. This one came out with a 483, which means I got a mutation in 2 different stats. Fortunately, neither of the mutations were useful. But it got 2 color region mutations. So I want to pop it out and take a look and see if it's really noticeable or not. Because sometimes like one color region isn't really noticeable on its own. Sometimes. Oh, I really like that green. That looks really cool. Yes. Anyway, yeah, that's a double mutation. I'm glad I got one of those on cam to show off to you. This one was born a male. So I went ahead and used the S+ mutator to change its gender. Again, to make this easier. So yeah, so I have 1 male and 2 females that both have the 5 mutations. There we go. This one right here has the 5 mutations into melee. You can see ancestry 5. Behavior. No, we want to change your name. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Awesome, Joe. This one here had the 5 into stamina. This one here had the 5 into health. But out of these 3, I think this one definitely looks the coolest, but ooh, yeah, I really like that cyan, the 59 color. Yeah, I really like that 59 color region there. I'm pretty sure that's a cyan. Oh, that's gonna look cool with a black. Don't really like either of the colors on them, though. I will show y'all one color I got that I really do like. It's the 4th health mutation over here. And that owl is just beautiful. You know what, I know I'm kind of rambling, but if you stuck around this far in the video, you'll probably be interested in this. That looks cool. That looks really cool. I really like that one. So yeah, this base still needs some tweaks. That's kind of why I did this video, so I can figure out all the little tweaks I need to improve this and make this base perfect. So if you want to see this base fully fleshed out, be sure to check out that video. I'll probably have that out in the next week or so. But yeah, these are the three mutations here. They're growing up. We're getting ready to mate. So we got one male and two females. You mate the male with the two females. So you're going to get a baby with the combination of these two and a baby with the combination of these two. One male, one female. Make those together and you have all 15 stat points together. So if I am doing my math correctly, with their current level being 481, they have another 10 points coming. Yeah, they have... with their current level being 481, they have another 10 points, or 10 levels coming from each other owl. So the final owl should end up with 501 as its level, which is kind of irritating. It would have been awesome if it came out to 500. Maybe I'll get lucky and ARK will somehow glitch, or I'll be wrong, and yeah, that would be cool. 500 would be really cool. I really like the wings on this one. Now that is nightmare fuel right there. Anyway, yeah. So, got these two guys here. Male, he has the stamina at 88 points and the melee at 91 points. And this one has a stamina at 88 points and the health at 93. So now we just need to get a baby of these two and we will have the final product. Alrighty guys, we have a bunch of 501s here. Just like I told you all they would come out. These are the females I picked up. There's a whole bunch of 501 females. These were all the males we got. So I've looked over the color combos. I decided the ones I want to go with for my breeding pair is this one and this one. Alright, I do have something else I want to check out here. This one right here, it was a mutation that popped from the 501s. So this has 503, sadly is a food mutation. Looks like it's that little red dot there on the back, so nothing cool. I'll throw it in with the colors. Maybe that red will look good with like a really dark black or something. Anyway, we're going to get these two out. We're going to get them wrong one. Right, we're going to get these two out. We're going to get them breeding. This is all the breeding I've done with the to get to the 501s. Don't need any of that anymore. So now we just come in here, mating on. Alrighty guys, so we got some direwolves over here. First I can show you these. These are the wild ones I tamed up. You can kind of see their stats there. Nothing too impressive. I just want to breed these for colors and to show y'all how natural births work. So, we got female, male, basically same principle. Behavior, enable mating. Behavior, enable mating. Behavior, enable mating. And now you just let this old wolf fulfill every man's dream. Alrighty, so after the mammals get done breeding, they have a phase that's called gestation. Basically, you know, the wolf's pregnant right now. So both of these young ladies here, or not young ladies, but, you know, fine ladies, they're both pregnant. So they're going to pop out some pups for us. And what we're going to do with these, we are going to breed these guys up until they get us some color mutations. Fun fact, I've already got them bred up. So we're just waiting on these to pop so I can show you all how it works. And then we can get to look at fun colors. Yeah, sadly there's not much to really help mammal breeding. So like direwolves, thylacoleos, shadow manes, all that fun stuff. They can be a time-consuming pain to breed because you can't just have something. Well, I mean the S+ pick or no, yeah, The cell terminals here, pick them up, and that's really the only thing that makes it so much easier with these cell terminals. If you're breeding mammals, use a cell terminal if you have that capability. If not, you just kind of gotta wait around for them to pop, and then I'll show you what happens here in about 12 seconds. 3, 2, 1, it's a Mario! You come over here, you imprint. Oh, the baby wolves are so cute. I haven't bred up wolves. Okay, I haven't looked at baby wolves in so long. Last time I bred up wolves, it was completely using the cell terminal. So yeah, these are what the babies look like. They just pop out, you claim them, and then you pick them up in your cryo balls or your soul balls, and you know, you repeat the process. Mate them together until you get mutations. This one here was full with 300, this one has 300, this one has 300, and this one has 84. That's how much I've been bringing these guys up in the background. So we're going to go through right here, and we're going to get out all of our mutations. So we're just typing in 444. Oh, wow. Oh yeah, this is when I had the, yeah, so that right there shows you what the S+ mutator can do. Because there for a while, I had the mutator over here, and I was over here smacking the mutator. So yeah, this only had, you know, 6, 12, 14 in it. This one here has a ton. 6, yeah, I'm not even going to make you sit through listening to me count. Yeah, this one was probably the downfall of me using the mutator, and this one was the overbreed clip I've shown, or I'm going to show. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick out a couple colors and show you all the basics of how it works. I'm not going to fully breed these up here in this episode, but I will eventually fully breed all these up. I'm planning on doing something big, so stay in tune for that. So yeah, just so you're all aware, there seems to be issues. I mean, it's no fault of the mod creator, it's just issues with the new Genesis update. Yeah, you can kind of see the color issue up there in the corner, how this one has 4 and this one has 3. So that's going to kind of make doing this a little more difficult, but we caught that on cam, so now you guys know to watch out for that. Alright guys, I got the color combo I wanted to go with picked out here. So what I got again is the basic 1 male, 2 lucky ladies. And they're going to breed up, and we're going to pop a baby of that color combo and a baby of that color combo. And then we'll breed those 2 babies together to get the final product. And, you know, just like we did back there, a live baby will pop out. Won't be an egg or anything, so you either got to come up and claim the baby and cryopod it, or you have the cell terminal here, they'll pick it right up for you. I'll bring you guys back. We are almost there, guys. Almost there. The breeding will be done. I can show you how imprinting works, and then I can kind of show them off to you. We kind of take the owl out for a little bit too. Maybe. Probably not. This is going to drag on way too long. Okay guys, so I kind of messed up here. I'm going to show you off imprinting. He wants fed exceptional kibble, so you can either feed him exceptional kibble by putting in your 0 slot, walking up and pressing E, or you can just continually do this until you get something that's easy to use. Yeah, the wolf already grew up. I kind of got distracted. Okay, wants to walk. Follow 1. And then you just run and he'll follow you. Come on. Come on, slow butt. And there's the imprint. They do a little jig, make a little noise, and that's how you know it worked. So now, if you're not smart like me and you get distracted and you're not paying attention, you can go in here, set, imprint, quality 1. There we go, and he's imprinted up. Let's see, this is the base snow owl, the one with all of our stats. We have 5,548 health, 3,080 stamina, 602 melee. That's unimprinted, that's no mutations. This guy right here has over 1,000 melee, almost 10,000 health, and 3,430 stamina. The stamina does not get boosted by the imprint. So these are his stats with the 5 health mutations, 5 stamina mutations, and 5 melee mutations. Yeah, as you can see, there should only be 15, but it says there's 40. That's why you don't breed mutations with mutations. Never breed them together. Alright, so this here is a direwolf. I think that turned out amazing. That thing looks awesome. Here's what they looked like before and after. Turned out really well, really like that. We got a saddle here for an owl. Just going to kind of take it out and show off what kind of damage, you know, 5 mutations can do. Oh, I haven't been an owl in so long. Got a little Trudon down here we can eat. 319 damage. But yeah, I mean that's basically it, guys. Complicated, time-consuming. You know, it's not really something you go into and want to get done quick. You know, even with all the crazy mods, the S+ mutator, the chair of the impatient, my extremely boosted stats. What you see here took me probably 6-7 hours of gameplay easily, and I'm exhausted. But yeah, one thing I do want to cover that I didn't mention, a couple things. Mutagel can be used, mutagel or mutagel, I don't know which. It can be used to boost creatures that haven't been bred. So like say if I tame this parasaur right now, I can feed it some mutagel, it would boost its health, melee, and stamina by 5 points. Or it would act like 5 mutations, I believe, so it would boost the stats by 10 points. So that 10 points on each stat carries over into breeding currently. So which means you tame up this direwolf here and it has 20 health. You feed that mutagel and now has 30 points in that health. And then you can breed that new 30 points into another creature. I don't expect that to stay. I do not expect that to be a thing. It's gonna get patched. I almost guarantee it. That seems way too OP to me. You know, on top of all the mutation breeding people can do, you know, that just seems way too OP to me. So I look for that to be patched. That is why I did not include it in this video. What else? There is, you know, I'm sure I've missed stuff. I tried my best to make sure I got all the information out here to you guys, but there's just so much to this game. I'm sure I've missed something somewhere. So if I did miss something that you know about, be sure to leave it down in the comments below. If you like this video, a like and subscribe would really go a long way to help me out. I definitely plan on doing some more stuff like this, breeding, building, kind of show off something cool here I did. But yeah, definitely I'm going to do some stuff with these more with these owls. I'm going to definitely do some stuff with the wolves. I've got a lot planned. You know, so if this kind of video interests you, normally my videos won't be this long, but I wanted to cram a lot of information into one video. As I'm sitting now, there's probably 3.5 hours of video to go through, which I guess isn't a lot for some people, but it's definitely the most I've ever put into one video. You know, a lot of it, I mean, there's a lot of AFK I recorded, but you know, there's a lot of information I'm going to get packed into this video, so I do apologize that it's a longer one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope y'all learned something. I love ARK. I've been playing it for a very long time. I love Genesis. Just kind of giving you a little show off on my base there. It's not finished yet. Nowhere near finished. Don't judge it yet. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I got all the information in here because I can't think of anything right now. Anyway, till next time, be sure to take care.